Welcome to Change Your Focus, a mindfulness podcast designed to inspire and center you. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your host and transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner. As a sickle cell warrior, my journey to educate myself on natural and holistic health practices was inspired by my personal health challenges. My career path eventually led me to becoming a certified life coach, supporting individuals as they discover their purpose, transcend health challenges, and live authentic lives. Join me every week as I guide you through a 10-minute breathing meditation and insight session that will leave you feeling relaxed, refreshed, and de-stressed. Greetings and welcome to episode 15 of Change Your Focus, a mindfulness podcast designed to inspire and center you. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your host, transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to empower you to transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I also encourage you to be mindful of the products you use on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. Happy anniversary month, integrators. Join me live on April 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to celebrate my second year in business. I will be answering your questions about the podcast, breathwork, meditation, and my transformational life journey. In order to have your questions answered during the live session, you must be subscribed to the YouTube channel at Integr8 Lyfe. Thank you to all my supporters who have been subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting, and following my journey on social media. Every subscription helps me to continue this work, and every like and share helps others to find this podcast. Now, today's episode is about self-trust.
To maximize the full effects of this mindfulness practice, using stereo headphones in a safe and quiet location is highly recommended.
Now, I invite you to contemplate this quote by American professor, social worker, author, podcast host, researcher, and storyteller, Dr. Brené Brown. Trust is not built in big moments. It's built in the tiny moments. As I reflect on this quote, I think about my journey towards self-trust and the transformation of my beliefs about self-worth. And I remember how much abandonment from childhood impacted my self-esteem. I used to lack confidence in my knowledge, skills, and capacity to achieve my goals and dreams. These vulnerabilities later manifested as cycles of self-rejection and self-sabotage. During yoga retreats, mindfulness workshops, and other transformational spaces that I explored, I would hear others tell me, "You are so powerful." However, those sentiments didn't fully resonate with me because my childhood experiences made me feel as if something was missing. I was cheering on friends who were achieving amazing accomplishments, yet I struggled to see the same potential within myself. Perhaps it was self-doubt. Perhaps it was the fear of success that was shutting me down. However, deep down within my soul, I knew I was powerful beyond measure because my past experiences proved that I could overcome pain and struggle. Every time I was faced with illness, pain, or hurt, I had to consistently turn towards myself to find the inner strength. When I was sick, I garnered the strength from my religion and my parents to comfort myself and heal through the pain. There were many situations where I embodied resilience. And in order to pursue my dream and build my business, I knew I had to find that same strength to push through self-sabotage. As I began to tap into my courage and started taking small steps towards becoming a certified life coach and founding my business, Integr8 Lyfe, I would self-sabotage. In the planning phase of my business, exhaustion threatened my consistency. I was passionate about coaching and yearned to focus solely on that, but thriving businesses demand more. Just as in my teaching days, certain tasks felt burdensome, yet to achieve prosperity as a coach, or anything else for that matter, I had to tackle the less glamorous work. I started to realize that these patterns stem from fear of success, diminished self-worth, fear of failure, and childhood wounds. I was abandoning myself when I needed self-reliance the most, and affirmations alone weren't enough. I needed to be proactive and take action. I faced a choice: invest time in my dreams or neglect my aspirations and erode my belief, courage, and confidence. After all, if I couldn't believe in myself, how could I make my dreams a reality? Building my business over 9 months presented many challenges, but with the support of a few coaches, I initially committed to working on my business for 30 minutes daily. As time went on, I started to immerse myself in the tedious, not so fun stuff. I started business planning, writing my pitch, creating contact lists, designing my website. I was showing up for myself consistently in the creation of my business. How else could I do the thing I loved, which was coaching, if I didn't complete all these other tasks? This self-accountability was my journey into self-trust, which affirmed my self-worth and eventually led me to co-creating this podcast. And so here we are today. Now, as you are contemplating Dr. Brené Brown's quote, I invite you to make yourself comfortable as we prepare for our breath and meditation practice by sitting on the floor cross-legged or in a chair with your feet flat on the floor to ground yourself. Your spine will be straight and your neck an extension of your spine. Place your hands on your thighs with your palms facing down. Today's breath is the box breath. So you'll inhale for a count of 4. Hold at the top for a count of 4. Exhale for a count of 4. And hold at the bottom for a count of 4. So imagine this box as you're breathing. And that's one cycle. Now close your eyes. And let's begin. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Good. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. One last time. Inhale. Hold. Exhale. Hold. Now release this breath and return to a natural pace that feels good for you. And with your eyes still closed, imagine a bright green light emanating from your heart. See this light expand to fill your entire body. Now see this light emanate and fill the space you are in. Now see this green light expand to fill the entire building you are in. Now see it expanding to fill the city. And now the state. And then it fills the entire country you're in. And now it expands to fill the entire world. And imagine it expands beyond Earth. And now see yourself as a young child. At a time you are not being heard. You have something to say to someone, and someone, somebody, or some people are not listening. See that time. And how did you feel? Notice how you feel. Trying to express yourself. No one is listening for whatever reason. Maybe they're busy. You really have something to say. You had something to say. You needed to say it. You wanted to say it. Who was ignoring you? And what did you want or need to say? And how did it make you feel to be not heard, perhaps not seen, not validated, or ignored? Feel that feeling. And now think of a time as an adult where you were not heard. Maybe this was recently. Just see that time, who the person was, or the people, the thing you had to say, you needed to say, and how did that feel to not be heard as an adult? Perhaps not be seen, validated, to be ignored. How did it feel? And how did you respond as an adult? Was it the same way you did as a child? Or was it different? Notice. And then reflect. How are you speaking up for yourself as an adult differently than how you did when you were a child? Notice. Then place your right hand on your heart, continuing to see yourself as this adult and noticing the difference between when you were a child and you were adult, not being heard. And see your young self. And ask your young self, do you trust me to show up and speak my truth and live my truth? And just listen to what your child self has to say to you. And with your hand still on your heart, as you're taking in the medicine of what your inner child is saying to you, your younger self, now visualize yourself. Does your inner child trust you to show up, speak your truth, live your truth? Again, visualizing yourself as a child, that same little child who wasn't being heard, and ask your inner child, do you trust me? And listen for the response. If the response is no, then ask, what have I done or not done to cause you to not trust me? And listen for the response. If the response was yes, then ask, what have I been doing or not doing to build trust with you? And listen for the response. Acknowledge these responses that you receive from your inner child. And then ask your inner child, what can I do to restore and build trust with you, and listen for the response. Now thank your younger self for helping you identify areas where you can restore and build trust with yourself. And once you are finished expressing gratitude, hold your younger self with a tender embrace. See yourself holding the younger version of you. Comfort and reassure your younger self that you are important and you matter, and that you hear them and you see them. You are listening and you will honor their needs. Now thank yourself, your adult self, for showing up for you in this moment. And give yourself a big hug. And now take a deep breath. And listen. Simply listen. Instead of love, consider trust as the highest consciousness. We may love ourselves, but do we trust ourselves? Allow yourself to connect deeply, somatically, and do the spiritual work so that you can trust the sensations in your body, the feelings in your body, and the intuitive wisdom in your body. While love must be at the core of all of our endeavors, trust is the fuel that propels us into action. Now take a deep breath and receive and repeat in your mind and heart this affirmation. I am worthy because I am. Worthy of being seen, of being heard, and of showing up for yourself consistently to co-create and live the life you imagine and are so worthy of. Now take another deep breath. And when you are ready, slowly come back into the space, feeling the ground or the chair beneath you, and opening your eyes whenever you are ready. Notice how you feel after today's meditation. I encourage you to journal whatever came up and whatever comes up for you throughout the day as it pertains to you and building trust in your adult self and your child self. Now, to complete our mindfulness session for today, please affirm by repeating after me. I trust myself. Good. Let's say that again. I trust myself. Great. One last time. I trust myself. Beautiful. I invite you to be mindful, breathe deep often, and contemplate all the ways you can build trust with yourself and others by consistently taking small steps in showing up. Remember, mindfulness is always available to you every minute of every day. May you use each minute to be mindful. I am Dr. Sayiba Aiko, your transformational life coach, life integration specialist, and mindfulness practitioner, here to empower you to transform your life one mindful decision at a time. I also encourage you to be mindful of the products you use on and in your body, as well as the products you use around your home. If you found this podcast through social media, please share which platform in the comments below. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe on all social media platforms to follow my journey. And join my exclusive community on Patreon at Integr8 Lyfe. Thank you for tuning in, listening, engaging, and being mindful with me today. Namaste. Again, I am singing Happy Anniversary Month, Integrators. Join me live on April 30th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to celebrate my second year in business. Please remember to submit the questions you have before April 30th, and I will answer each one during the live session. Questions can be submitted via IG, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter DMs. Also, like, share, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Integr8 Lyfe. Only the questions from subscribers will be answered. Be sure to tune in next week for episode 16. It's all about attachment, the art of letting go. If you found any of this information helpful, useful, you'd like to explore more mindfulness practices, or you're growing through something in your life and you'd like support, click the link below to book a one-on-one discovery call with me so we can see how I can best support you.